Is this my last swab or Q-tip? So it is also called cotton swab, and it is a reusable cotton swab. Before I had these, and these already have the big benefit that they don't have plastic in the middle of them, but this actually is also cotton, I think. So these are the ones I'm currently using and I get at the local drugstore, and now I figured I could try something like this, even though it is very expensive. And what is this? It is basically an item that is designed to last forever for this purpose. I already have something else from this company. The company is called LastSwab, and these are tissues. And these are apparently my last tissues. And I have to say, I am quite pleased with the result. So this is a normal tissue box, and this is for traveling, obviously. But so I ordered this one and also a replacement one with also, I think, 5 or 6 ones. And I have to say, it is a very nice idea. It is a very nice implementation. I like the black color of it. So, and I only have the problem that, of course, I won't use this, and the other ones that are only 5 are not as much as I would need in a given week because I do weekly laundry. When it comes to this now, let's unpack it. I figured just if I already have this, I could also use this, and then I would have the same kind of design. So this is what it looks like. Let's maybe read what is on the package. I also think it is very nice that the packaging is very environmentally friendly, as well as the product is, and their use, and theory at least, replaces up to 1,000 swabs. You just save the planet from up to 1,000 swabs. There is no planet B, blah, blah, blah. And it's apparently a Danish company. So I like that it is. That is paper. And now let's open the box. Obviously, I think I would need multiple of these. Why? Because I have actually 3 sets. One set that is always in my backpack. So in terms of toiletry bags, one is always in my backpack. The next one is kind of in my travel bag. It's redundancy basically, because you don't want to miss a toothbrush ever. So I figured I have 3 sets, and the third one is the home set. This is actually the one for my daily backpack in terms of tissues, and so I would need basically a box. I saw recently that this company also has a box with tissues, but it is also very expensive. It has, I think, 10-15 tissues, and it is a box also made out of this material. I think it is silicone, and it is just 48 euros, which is just insane. It could also cost like 5 euros, but it doesn't. So, and also the production cost is probably not 48 euros for the big box. So now let's see what this is all about. This is what it looks like up close. I also take out the background blur in order for you to see it better. It is quite, is it bigger than a normal swab? Not so much. It's just the packaging that is very big. Also, the question is, do you actually need this whole big packaging thing? It also takes up a lot of space. I actually figured it would be much smaller, maybe this size, but it's not, so therefore, let's just see. Obviously, I won't really try and get basically my earwax on it right now, because I think it would be a little bit too gross for the video here, but let's just compare it with a normal swab. So in terms of size, they are almost identical, and the same I found is true for this tissue box. It is basically identical to the normal tissue boxes or tissue bags you get, as you can see, and that's kind of a very nice thing, because then you just don't have to think about it, and you don't have to replan some things like how much space it takes in your backpack. How does this even work? So basically it is just washable. So you can just rinse it with water afterwards. Maybe there is also something on there. Clean with soap and water. So that's basically it. It probably helps if you have some kind of brush in order to clean it off. And of course, a big downside to using something like this is then you have to clean it off every time you use it, compared to something like this, which you only have to throw away. But of course, if you are kind of on the road of being environmentally friendly and you already at least separate the different kinds of waste, then you have to pick, so you have to have these in your hands at least twice, because you throw them away, and then if you have not a setup which has like recyclable paper and recyclable packaging and the the other trash, then you have to at least pick it up once again. So now there is, I think, not that much to say about it. You can open it. You can open the box this wide. It is basically just a holder for the swab. The question is obviously, why would you need a big holder like this? Maybe because you maybe don't want to gross out other people with something like this. Maybe it is just very nice to just put it in there and then to have it in here as a placement, basically, as just a good box. The whole thing could be a little bit smaller, as I said before. And well, I think I will try it for the next weeks so this is kind of part of my project in order to try to live a little bit more environmentally friendly, and one of these projects is to reduce my waste. And if I can reduce, I don't know how many of these I use, but not that much. This is actually a package that I bought a few months back, maybe even last year, and it still lasts me. So therefore, well, this seems to be potentially my last swab. I probably will get a second one for my travel set, and maybe even potentially a third one. Problem is that it kind of it exceeds the volume budget I have for my travel bag and set. This is the one I have always on my normal backpack, and this is just a little big in terms of just having a swab in there. Currently I don't have swabs in there.